Did you notice some languages have similarities to each other? One of the reasons could be that they are related to each other, maybe even like sisters. So that brings us to this term, sister language and daughter language. Have you ever heard of these two terms? Well, let me explain to you what they mean. A sister language is a language that have common ancestral languages. A daughter language is a language that descends from an earlier parent language. Even our own mother tongue might also have a sister language. As you can see, even languages can have families like us. And with families, they will branch out and grow as time passes on. So if we, as a person, learn more than one language, we could also help us grow in several aspects. So, Assalamualaikum. My name is NUR HAZIMAH Oskar Hasdinor, and today we will be talking about why we should be fluent in several languages. So, nowadays, people have difficulties finding jobs when they are known to be monolingual, which means they are only able to speak one language fluently. So, when they see that you have only be fluent in one language, these employers will see less potential in you to help them grow their business or company. To increase our chance at employment, being a multilingual candidate gives an advantage over being a monolingual candidate. When you have the ability to communicate in several languages, it opens up opportunities for relationship building on international levels with financial success. Learning languages of countries that have relations with our country will be a good step to make us appeal more to the people employing us. Next, when you only speak one language, it causes less diversity. When you won't be able to experience other culture, and it will make you have a narrow way of thinking. This will cause you to be less creative and engaging in activities or even conversations. By learning another language, you could have a variety of perspectives on certain things, because two languages see things differently when you speak another language. Having one track mind is not a problem, but it is not a solution either to allow growth in ourselves. When you learn a new language, you are experiencing different views, and this way you could be able to search for more options to a problem, because you have now seen this problem in several aspects by learning another language. It improves your creativity also. Another reason to learn several languages is because it also enhances our brain activity. When someone learns another language, they are known to be able to multitask really well. This might be because when you are known to have been able to speak fluently in two languages, you have the ability to switch between those two languages when you are speaking. So this will create a multitasking skill for you. You're able to switch between those two languages. So that could train your brain for doing activities too. And also, when you learn another language, it also can expand your memory space. And this will make you be able to memorize better and more clearly. And then when you learn a new language, you are able to recognize tiny things when you speak, because sometimes there are words that have similar pronunciations, but in fact are actually different. So when you learn another language like that, it causes you to have better recognition and also comprehension. It also causes you to be more engaging in situations or even conversations. Now, when you want to look for a job, it's better to learn languages that have potential to expand relations. For example, learning our neighboring country's language, because they are the nearest to us. So they are the most likely for us to build a relationship upon. And when you do learn that language, it is better to learn it in a formal structure so it can be used during work. Because when you work, you are in a formal setting and you need to be professional. So it is better if you learn the simple but formal structure of that language. And then when you want to learn a new language, if you want to create more diversity, it is good if you learn the culture behind the language. Some languages have their own culture, have a way for them to speak. So with culture, there are also the people. So when you socialize with people from different backgrounds, you get to learn that they come from different countries and are from different races, and this way you will also know that they have different cultures. And that way, when you learn the culture, you are able to understand that certain language in more depth and allows us to experience something new. So when you learn a language, as you will notice that some languages have different sounds for animals. Like in Korea, they use they use a different sound for certain animals. So this will make us more creative in some way. So it is evident that language is an important tool for communication and also understanding. When we understand something, we also grow as a person. Understanding something from a different viewpoint helps us see more alternatives to problems that we face. That way we can also be creative in these options that we're making. Sticking to just one language does not allow for us to be creative with our words and also in how we engage in conversation with other people. Learning to be fluent in a few languages other than our own helps not only ourselves but also other people. There could be a misunderstanding happening between two people that speak two different languages. And might be because they both have differing views and comprehension of what they say to each other. So we, as someone who can understand both of those languages, can have a chance of explaining to them what is actually being said and how it is being said by explaining to them. So that is all from me.